Alright, once we have everything set out like this, before we get to the stitching part, let's also install some internal lines on the back side of our purse to create that interesting stitched effect we had a look at in the previous clips. So let's just go and grab our internal polygon line tool and create an internal line like this, so connecting these 2 points, and another like this. And now we're going to take our Edit Pattern tool, select one of these lines, right click and go Offset as internal line. And let's input the distance, let's try 200 or maybe something less. Okay, so 180 and hit OK. And let's press it again, right click, offset as internal line, and let's offset to the different direction as well. So like that, and let's do the same for this line. So right click and offset in both directions for 180. 180. Don't forget to check the reverse direction right here and hit OK. Now we're going to edit these lines so they're lying within the pattern with the help of our Edit Pattern tool. So something like this, and it doesn't need to be too accurate. Okay, now we're also going to be putting some internal circles here at each intersection. So we're going to take our internal circle tool. Let's zoom in, let's press Shift. So we start drawing the circle from the center. And let's just copy this one. So Control C and Control V. And let's copy the inner circle to all of the intersections. I'm just going to get rid of the line lengths for now, so I'm going to press Shift and Z so we'll be able to see better. Okay, so in the next step we will also change something in the object browser under the Fabric tab. We're going to click on the default fabric and we're going to rename it as Avatar because this will be our avatar later. And we're also going to change the material of the fabric. So we're going to scroll down until we see Physical Property, and under Preset we're going to open it up until a drop-down menu appears, and we're going to select S Full Grain Leather. So the reason why I chose this material for our avatar is because it's a very stiff material and it's going to give us a nice shape of the avatar. Now before I start simulating, of course I need to connect everything with stitches. So let's grab our segment sewing tool and basically connect all of the parts of our box. So this goes with this side with this. Now remember, if you're not sure on how to connect everything, you can help yourselves with the blue dot, clicking the areas in the 3D window to know where they are in the 2D window. So this goes with this, and this side is going to go to this side, and this side to this one. Okay, and I'm also going to take a look in the 3D window if everything is alright. If any of the stitches are maybe crossed or reversed or maybe not even there, but it seems to be alright. Okay, and before we simulate, I'm just going to freeze the bottom part of our purse. So right click and select Freeze. And let's try to simulate by pressing spacebar. There we go, and as you can see, our material is really working wonders because it's very stiff. It's not even falling down. Next, we're going to play with the pressure settings. So we're going to select all of the patterns with our Transform Pattern tool, and under the Property Editor, we're going to find the pressure setting, which can be found under the Simulation Properties. Now we're going to play with this a little bit. Now as you can see, I'm not totally satisfied with the look, with the shape of our purse, because I think it's too inflated like a balloon. So I'm going to change this pressure setting to minus. And basically when I'm happy with the result, so just play with this a while, so make it lower and make it higher and just observe the result. And when you're happy, just stop simulating. Press spacebar immediately once you achieve the shape that you want. So of course you don't want it to look completely deflated, but of course you don't want it to look like a balloon either. So if I bump the pressure up, it gets too inflated. So I'm just going to lower it and stop simulating at exactly the right time. So when I'm happy with the shape, I just press spacebar to stop simulating. So now we have this kind of shape of a purse that we'll be using, and we're going to select the patterns that are unfreezed, right click, and we're going to freeze them. So this is our avatar. We will not be unfreezing the shape anymore because we're just going to be adding more patterns to it, which we will do in our next clips.